on the table. Not just for the poor. Once you not get no money, rest assured your kids get poor. No opportunity for the youth. They say to help people, they pick you for what they want to use. Tell me why the people vote you for. You treating the people, I used to say you not know. It's the rescue. I just wanna ask you one question, that will you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, is the rescue? The people say not like you. You say you are coming to change things, but we not seeing changes. I'm just saying you may you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made your country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, is the rescue? The people say not like the rest. But we not seeing changes. I'm just saying you may you and your rescue team. We not seeing changes. You made your country divided into two. CDC and Unity Party, they can't conclude. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. You downsizing, you wish haunting. Now on the top of the Liberian people suffering. Tell me who you rather give the rescue now. You and your rescue team. I say, it's a rescue. I just wanna ask you one question. Now who you give the rescue? You not give him the people what they want, then you say you give the rescue. Let me ask you, is the rescue? The people say not like the rescue.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, happy new year, and a pleasant welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9. This is the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Khan Oliver Khan. Princess Alexa Vanja Colley is also pretty seated on this first edition of the program Freedom Hub in the year 2026. We were here last year in 2025. Again, we're back on this radio in 2026 to continue to do what the people of Liberia will anticipate from a big talk show like this. There are too many things happening in the country, a lot of issues going on in the Republic of Liberia. The Honorable Liberian Speaker Richard Nangbe Kung is in trouble. He's in trouble with bigamy, incest, and immorality. These are things brought up against him by, his wife, quote unquote sister. Okay, his wife's sister, family. And the Liberian lawmakers, particularly Representative J. Marvin Cole and others, are calling for the speaker to recuse himself. Abu Sharif and Hagar Gonda dealt with that conversation this morning sufficiently, and again we will pass by it, like we'll do on this platform. Alexa and I will pass by that conversation right here on the People Station. Abu was able to speak with the wife of Speaker Kun this morning, Madam Cecilia Kun. Oh yes, and she reaffirmed that Richard Kun is not her brother but her husband, and he left her married in America and went to the same America to get married to another woman. That's bigamy. It is against the Liberian law. It's against the laws of the United States. But again, Richard Kun is saying that is not his wife. It is his sister, and the very lady is saying she has her own documents. They are court documents to show. All Richard Kun needs to do is to go back to the court and settle the whole situation. Grant her divorce request. All of these issues are popping up. All of these issues are piling up. And so Representative J. Marvin Cole is asking the speaker to recuse himself from presiding over the August body, the Liberian legislature, until he can settle all of the issues with his wife, Madam Cecilia Kun. in between times with all of the different political situation going on in the country, we are told President Joseph Yoma Boakai, His Excellency, is asking the political leaders in Liberia to see reason in running a united country and uniting for the common good of the republic. We are told the Liberian president is asking for peace and reconciliation amongst political leaders so that the country's interests can be prioritized. Was the president speaking directly from his heart? Was he reading a particular script that he did not write? Was the president honest about his call for political leaders across the country to unite in the interest of the country? Is the president the actual messenger for the message of peace and reconciliation, judging from the way he has been proceeding as the president of our republic for the past 800 plus days? All of these issues plus many more, including a feeble justification that was published by journalist Faber Brown of Hot Pepper newspaper in an attempt to defend the Liberian government on the $10 million project in Foya, Lofa County. We're going to look into the piece written by Faber Brown in his beautiful attempt to particularly referencing the Foya Mansion project. In his attempt to want to defend the government, he also exposed the government of nepotism when he said the president's nephew was the one who drew the plan, how everything under control, sidelining PPCC and the different procurement procedures of our country. In his attempt to exonerate the Liberian government on the Joe Boakai, Faber Brown also incriminated the government with what I can describe as a very feeble attempt to defend the government. All of these plus many others will form the basis of today's Alexa Vanja Collier is here. We will take a break to bring you voice from our sponsor, Crime Stoppers Liberia. By the time that is done, we're also going to be going to Win Liberia, our own partner on this radio, to keep giving people some money. And on today's edition, I'll be giving 7,500, sorry, not 5,000. We're going to be giving 7,500 Liberian dollars to any lucky winner. Anybody who will win the money will give you $7,500. We could increase that money to 10,000. That money could run up to 15,000. And depending on how well you play, we could give as many as we can. Some money on the platform, as many winners as we can. We're going to give them some money on the platform. But let's take a break to be right back here on the People's Radio.
It's a rescue, the people say not like you.
There are crimes in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime and body, don't take law in your hands for the right authority, but they can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, in the sector to your door, whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must take enemy, you check. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Stop it, crime and make it peace for them before. Stop Liberia, from the center to interior. Keep it safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper. Stop and cry and make a peace for them before. My brother, God can bless anybody.
It's the Win Liberia Cash Giveaway on Freedom FM. Yes, the Win Liberia Cash Giveaway is here. For just 50 LD or 25 cents USD, you can win from 5K, 6K, 8K, and 10K LD. To play the Win Liberia Cash Giveaway, dial *255*1#.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. Like they said, a dial *255*1#. Alexa, Happy New Year and good afternoon.
Hello, Oliver. Oh no, hello.
Okay.
The newly married man. So Oliver sits on this platform at about now, not as a single man,
And by the way,
as an officially.
by the way, this radio station, all of the talk show hosts at this radio station, I mean the lead presenters.
I'm going to be sacked in the next few months.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay.
I said all of the lead presenters on the different political talk shows on this radio. They are not grown-up people, they are married people.
Oh wow.
Simple. Okay. I mean, that's not argument. So Abu Sharif, we went to Kakata.
No comments.
I'm saying it. We went to Kakata, Margibi County, and Abu got married there. Austin, we went to Burnsville. So Abu is the lead presenter of Freedom on the Rise. So his marital blessings is covering Hagar Gonda. So Hagar is now a grown-up man. He's now a bachelor. He falls under the protection and blessings of Abu. You know, so
I play a phone.
you can wait. So Freedom on the Rise has a legally married man, you know, as the lead presenter. Then we moved to From the Print News. Wendell Nimle, for over 20 years, he has been married. So his marital connection and status is covering Esther Daku. So she's going to fall under his marital grace. Freedom Hub, 87.9. I am happily married. So Alexa, but you're going to follow on my group. Temporary.
No.
So Alexa is going to fall and benefit from my marital grace.
Oh, wow.
But it is not for long.
How long?
Because you have to get married quickly and be on your own. No, you have
I'll
to.
always be on your grace.
You have to get married. Now, then Freedom Hard Talk, which is in the evening, Austin Kawa, you all know, we've been to Broadville. He's happily married. He want to co-host ran away, but we'll find new co-host for him. So we are hoping that the co-host who will join Austin will be a married man as well, and that's why it is.
Anyways,
but we're grateful to be back.
Anyways,
and that was a good one from you, Alexa.
Yeah. So congratulations again.
So you call me Mr. Kai.
Mr. Kai. And interestingly,
Mr. K.
Interestingly, I became a history maker. You know, I became a history maker because the first time ever I stood in a wedding officially, it was my boss's wedding, and I'm really proud.
Then in December 2 was staying your wedding.
God forbid. I'm really proud of.
you are forbidding getting married?
December, I said, God forbid.
Okay.
I'm really proud of his journey.
This is terrible.
And just the decision to take it, you know, forward. I would also like to say Happy New Year to all of you, our followers, our family members. Want to say Happy New Year, because imagine 2024, we started 2025 again, we're here, and we have started a new year altogether, 2026. So it is clear that we're going to be together until, you know, we should have retired from probably mainstream media. But we'd like to say Happy New Year to all of you, and may this new year bring us, you know, a lot of goodies. May this new year, you know, grant us blessings in abundance as well as prosperity. So Happy New Year to all of you. As we're beginning this New Year, Oliver, stop. As we're beginning this new year, just rest assured.
Rest assured
We're
what?
going to be here on these different platforms at Freedom Radio Liberia.
Before we move to the political conversation,
No, to bring you all the happenings
Hey,
in the country.
I am the lead presenter here.
Okay.
Stop.
You gotta manage yourself.
Oh, you're telling the general manager to manage himself. Oh my God.
This year, I don't want me all of the being kind of thing that would just resign one time.
Please check and see what is going. To win, we're about to give somebody 7,500 Liberian dollars. I repeat, 7,500 Liberian dollars is about to be given to somebody. You could jump into the game right now. and you can snack that money from on the highway. So as the money is moving, you could snap it up. But there are too many things we'll talk about today. Alexa, the Venezuelan president, the president from Venezuela, the old man, America, when Jack the man,
Yeah,
carry the man.
I saw that.
Oh yeah, that's another discussion for another day. America is a big country, very big. Okay, so we're going 2-3-1. We're going to get. We're going to find. Is okay? We're gonna find our winner. We're gonna find a winner. Let's see if we can go there. Give me the phone. Let me see. Let's see if we can go there quickly. Let us see if we can go there quickly. Let's see if we can go there. Okay. Let's see if we can go there quickly and talk to this person who has been selected. If you don't pick up your phone, we will call another person and give them the money. That's just simple. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello?
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
I'm okay.
Okay. My name is Khan, Oliver Khan. I'm calling you from Freedom Radio, Liberia. What's your own name?
I'm Precious Wonti.
Pressure 1T. That crew name, yo.
No, that never continue.
Okay, Nima County Pressure 1T. Okay. I mean, my bad. Precious, your number is in our system as a winner. You play. How many times did you play?
I played roughly around 20, 21, 30 times.
Oh, wow. I mean, just for today or yesterday?
Just today.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So I mean, that's persistency. So you've been very, 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 very regular. And check your telephone in the next couple of seconds because you are about to win 7,500 Liberian dollars.
Yes, I won this one. I won this afternoon again. I win again.
Okay, so that's what it is. The more you play, the better chances you have. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Okay, Madam Precious, we leave you right there. So, Precious, yes, Precious, check it up. Once you receive the money, please call us right back, Precious. Once you receive the money, call us right back, Precious, and let us see what's up. Once you receive the money, call us right back and do the confirmation so that we can give you, so that we can give another person some money. So you two can be like Precious. The more you play, the better your chances are. That's Uncle Sam Duarte. Happy New Year, my dear. And Happy New Year to all of you, our people. We left from here since last year, Alexa. We can just jump in, start talking politics.
What happened? You bring marriage benin.
Okay, so that's that. Yeah, but you shouldn't have said God forbid.
No. I said what I said.
Okay, so we fin away. Yeah. So Emmanuel Payne and the rest of the people, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all of you. Rukia Zeze, Madam Rukia Zeze, a very wonderful woman in Minnesota, and the rest of the people, the Minnesota, the people in America and call it Minnesota. So I want to say hats up to all of you. Happy New Year to our people in Bowie town in Riverses, Bokanjire in Saindo, Wasonga in Lofa, we and Lodu in Nimba, our people from Jokwale in Bon County, the folks from Smell Notice in Magibi, Swem Mecca District, that way, Bombing County. Those are people from Gula Kone in Grand Cape Mount. Our people from Bamastown in Bapolu. Those from Kunembo in Grand there. Our people from Kilipo Kawikin, where my wife is from, River G. Yes. You gotta start saying your husband.
No.
Our people from Pung Barikan in Garaway District, Grand Crew County, and our people from Jidetabo in Plebo, Southern District. Those from Kakibo in Sino, and our people from there in compound number 1, Grand Bassa County, and those way in how you call this place in Todi, Montserrat. I think the whole country. I mean, that's who we are. So I want to say hats up to you. Happy New Year and welcome to Freedom. Hop on 87.9. 2026 is going to be good. With you there, we're here. It's going to be very objective. The conversation is going to get more and more interesting. We're going to say the truth where the truth belongs. It doesn't concern any alignment. This platform is highly objective, as it has always been. On the show, we will not mix our words, with any sugar coating. It's going to be red when it is red. If it is black, it will be black. We're going to be fearless in our utterances, but bold in what we say and truthful to our conscience. That's what we're going to do. So once it is honest, we say, once it is clear, we say it. If it is not clear, we'll tell you, say, you go watch it. It's not clear. You got to change it. So what do we have on our plate today? Alexa will read you what Philbert Brown, a Liberian journalist from the print department of the media. He's from the newspapers. He's the publisher of the Hot Pepper newspaper. Mr. Philbert Brown, a print journalist, wrote a piece, and that piece that he wrote under the banner "From Where I Sit" is an attempt to shield the government of the suspicion Liberians are having over the acquisition of the Foya property, which in my mind, the government is trying to clean. Clean as in CLEAN, not CLAIM. The government is trying to clean it. There is this thing about the BM, the black money, the 419ers, the fraudsters. When they get criminal money, they try to pass the criminal money into some legitimate businesses to clean the money, so that the money, so that when the financial intelligence, officers try to trace the money, they will trace the money to those businesses, and those businesses will tend to clean the money. So what we suspect this government to be into is an attempt to want to clean the Foya project because it backfired. But Alexa will read what Philbert Brown wrote, then we'll try to have a whole conversation around it. Go ahead, Alexa.
Okay, so so this was published a day ago on the social media, Facebook, to be precise, and of course, Philbert Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, digging deep into the Foya Mano River Union project, an investigative report ending the longest political speculation in Liberia's
so look at what
history.
He said ending. Are you the one to end a whole national conversation when the government herself has fumbled? Not one, two, but over 4 different times the government fumbled on the status of that project. And Philbert Brown is coming to say his investigative report is ending.
The longest political.
The longest. That's an attempt to want to think the whole country is that gullible, that the same way the country was able to absorb the news of $16 billion being missing in this country. $16 billion going missing. 16 billion, rather. The same way the country was, so gullible to accept it. He is now coming back to say, okay, so say I woke up one morning, I say 16 billion lost, and the whole country believe it. I will come back this time around and say the whole story is ending. And in his widest imagination, the whole country will subscribe to it and believe it. Go ahead and read what the veteran wrote.
President Joseph Yuma Boakai, speaking to his Minister of State, the late Sylvester Grisby, May 2024, said in passing, "The way the Mano River Union Basin is in chaos, I wish I could convene a meeting of heads of state so that we discuss the security situation in the union."
Okay, so hold on. Philbert Brown is saying, in 2024, Joe Boakai, the president, our president, His Excellency Joseph Boakai, told Sylvester Grisby, peace to his arches. The first thing, the man who Philbert Brown says the whole building started from
is a dead man.
The man died. In our country, they can talk.
All over.
No.
It depends on
maybe other countries, everybody can talk. But in our country, everybody can talk. So the first thing Philbert Brown said, Joe Boakai was sitting down one day, so on a place, and talking about how Guinea the military people there, Sierra Leone, there was one gunfire in there before, and Mano River Union got issues, so he want host meeting to put the people together. And Philbert Brown said, when he was talking to T, that Sylvester Grisby were there. Go ahead.
But if it is possible, where would we have such a meeting?
So Joe Baka say I won't have meeting with Manawero young people, but if it is possible, where will we have that meeting?
Because I do not want to go to Sanikweli.
Okay.
Thinking aloud, Mr. President also wanted to invite all very powerful friends in Asia, name withheld for security reasons.
So Pharaoh Brown say at that level, President Baka say he wanted to invite all the Manawero leaders. Then he wanted to invite a very powerful friend from Asia, whether from China, Japan, or whatever, Korea. He wanted to invite the president, but he did not want to go to Sanikweli. Now, let me say this to you. Sanikweli has access to paved road. From Monrovia to Banga, Banga to Ganta, Ganta to Sanikweli. George Weah's administration paved the road from Ganta to Sanikweli, Dakota. According to Pharaoh Brown, President Baka said he did not want to go to Sanikweli that already got paved road. Just in case the men land to Rawafi, and you know they can drive on paved road to go to Sanikweli. He said he did not want to go there. Where he opted to go? Go ahead, read it.
Minister Grisby, listening to his boss, wondering aloud, started formulating an immediate plan of action behind President Boakai.
So according to Pharaoh Brown, Sylvester Grisby, the list of Sylvester Grisby, Papi wearing your grave, none in America. Well, listening to say, Papi was listening, kill it. Say, well, but my boss man said he won't host Manawero meeting, but he know what way to host it. So the man started listening. What did he do after listening?
So after listening, he formulated an immediate plan of action behind the president.
So according to Pharaoh Brown, the president said, but not even ask Sylvester Grisby, say, oh, Grisby, let's do it. So Pharaoh Brown says Sylvester Grisby on his own, without discussing with the president, decided to formulate a plan. What was that plan?
The next day, he invited the president's nephew, architect Joe Moba.
So Pharaoh Brown is saying to you and I that after President Baka had already got through talking to himself, so I want to host Manawero meeting this day, but I want to go Sanikweli. I don't want to go Sanikweli. President Baka he named any other place that he wanted to go to according to him, Pharaoh Brown.
Yeah, he just didn't want.
He just said I didn't want to go Sanikweli. So Jaiba saying I didn't want to go Sanikweli. In Pharaoh Brown's report, he is saying Sylvester Grisby started thinking and said, okay, what do we do?
I'm going to read that over. The next day, he invited the president's nephew.
Now, then he invited the president's nephew. So Sylvester Grisby, who in the grave, who can talk for himself, who will pick up the telephone and say, Papi, that you don't want to do it, you will not answer. According to Pharaoh Brown, Sylvester Grisby called President Baka's nephew,
the recipient of the highest honor in the republic.
Forget that one.
Minister Grisby secretly revealed the president's desire and requested Joe Moba to again join the conspiracy and to come up with workable architectural drawings and plans.
So according to Pharaoh Brown, the late minister of state called the president's nephew, Joe Moba, the president's relative, Joe Moba, to design an architectural plan on what the building will, the meeting venue will look like. Now, listen to the situation. There is a temporary situation happening in the region concerning, how you call this thing, instability. According to Pharaoh Brown, the president said he want to have meeting with leaders so that they can amicably, stabilize the region. But he didn't want to go to Sanikweli. He did not mention where he want to go to. So Sylvester Grisby, according to Pharaoh Brown, went to Joe Moba, the president's nephew, and said, Mommy, can I start drawing house plan? Sylvester Grisby was never told that the president did not tell him, say, I won't be somewhere to host a meeting. The president just said, I did not want to go to, how do you call the place, Sanikweli. Pharaoh Brown need to tell whether the president in that, because he needs to tell us whether the president said, I won't go to Sanikweli, I won't be new place. In what he wrote, there was nowhere there the president said he won't be a new place. Pharaoh Brown, in his attempt to want to defend the situation, is saying Sylvester Grisby went ahead not to go look for a different hotel in somewhere. You see, anyway, you want to go to Sanikweli, let's go to Hotel Buchanan in Grand Bazaar. Or let's go to, so place in Banga. No. He went and called Joe Moba and said, Joe Moba, come. The president's nephew can't let Joe house plan. Go ahead.
The history of Minister Grisby and Joe Moba partnership and working relationship goes very deep. They have conspired against President Boakai in many instances where the president, being selfless, would say no against his own good.
Okay.
They will often go ahead with their plans, damning the consequences. Noticeable on President Boakai's trip abroad, they broke down the president's office in the House, enlarging and modifying it to the presidential standards.
Okay.
Where when President Boakai returned, his EPS securities were afraid to open the office doors because it was still under construction.
Good.
Secondly, they, Minister Grisby and
Moba.
co-conspirator Joe Moba, behind the president's back, while he was again abroad, decided to build a modern hall to seat important guests. It was constructed in the president's yard without his knowledge or input. He's trying to give.
So Philip Brown is saying Joe Moba
and Grisby
and Sylvester Grisby, who died now, who can talk for himself, are noted for always conspiring to do things to surprise the papi. The last time, according to Philip Brown, the papi went to America. Sylvester Grisby, may his soul rest in peace. I wish he a telephone number was with him so that we'll call and know what's up, because this is becoming so funny by the day. Not only the dead man, I mean, is the chief conspirator in this situation. So he said they made some record, the two of them on record for expanding the president's living room.
Yeah.
You know, when that president living room was some kind of way. So when he traveled, the men faced the living room behind him. When the EPS came out, they were scared to even open it because the place was fun. They were even afraid to open it. They don't even stop there. They built a certain capacity in the president's fence. Brand new house.
While he was abroad again.
While he was abroad, almost like Palau or something. What plenty of people can say that they built it for him without a concern. So Philip Brown is telling you and I that the both men, the late Sylvester Grisby. Yeah, we're going to go to the nepotistic part of it, because that nepotism, the president brother can be paying national project. He's not the only architect or the only engineer in the country. We're going to go to that other aspect of it, but I mean, that's not where we are dwelling. So he said, the two men are on record of surprising the president with projects. They not change the living room before, and they not add certain capacity to, go ahead, Lexter.
During the meeting to secretly review the content of the architectural drawing and affixed costs, the purchase of the land and the construction of the Minor River Union Center cost a little over $5.5 million United States dollars.
Okay, so
to source the funding, Minister Grisby, being the acute diplomat as he was, stated to use shattered diplomacy in selling the idea to heads of state-owned enterprises, who immediately bought into the idea individually and collectively. The president's Minor River Union project unknown to him.
Okay, so according to what they favor Brown man, who says 16 billion now go missing before, they make him and say, Sylvester Grisby, the late, and Moba went to work, had a meeting, designed, drew the plan, and the whole thing, they had an initial $5 million US dollars attached to the project. Now, a project of $5 million, which as the project continued to go on, will reach to $10 million. It started, but secretly financed, according to Federal Brown,
by heads of
state-owned enterprises. So LPRC, Freeport,
NPA,
different people there putting money there secretly. Should a government entity be secretly funded? I mean, his quest to want to defend the government or present a case that will appear like the project is not a project that was totally out of the government or operation. That got started with the initial bill totaling somewhere around $5.5 million. It's something we say people burying in secret. No, Sylvester Cresby, seeing not living, so I mean, we just have to say based on Favor Brown account, he and Mama could go ahead and expand Joe Baga living room. That Joe Baga living room, right? They got right to surprising way.
Oh yeah, that's his home.
That's his living room.
Yeah.
If they want to build Palawa Hut, right here, a friend can come and for you and be drinking power and be, eating roasted meat. That's his personal home. But when you talk about a quote-unquote building, a structure that is supposed to be used by national government for for how you call this thing, intra-governmental operations, or when you have regional discussions, such an international venue being built by a host country. And Faber Brown is telling you and I, Alexa, that project was being sponsored, financed by state-owned enterprises secretly. Those state-owned enterprises are not chain of companies owned by Joe Baka, the president. No, in a Jojo, how you call it? Jojo air ticketing firm. In a Jojo MIPA Incorporated. Now Jojo Taxi Cab. These are not Joe Baka personal companies. These are state-owned enterprises. Let's say you read it there. Mm-hmm. State-owned enterprises meaning the Liberian people own enterprises. So when you are spending the Liberian people own money on a particular project, it should not be secret. When you expand Joe Baka living room, you won't do it secretly. That your business because of a personal living room. When you intend to build a structure, according to you, that was intended to be a regional hub for the countries bordering our nation, it is not a secret venture. It's not something that you do in secret. Especially paying somewhere between $5.5 million towards $10 million, and you say it was secretly financed. What the PPCC contract? How did you reach to the point of selecting the vendor, the contractor? How did you reach to the point of purchasing the land? In whose name? At the end of the day, and you writing this thing, you confuse the people, and you say it will end the debate. It has escalated the debate. What Faber Brown thought would have ended this debate is the beginning of the real debate, because questions we are beginning to ask are questions relative to why will the president's nephew be the one to build a project that the very Minister of Public Works, he was on radio. When they asked him what did he say, he said it is a national security implication.
So he couldn't say anything.
He couldn't say anything about it. Imagine the Public Works Minister. The last time Dana Sano woke up, he said it was my project.
He was not even sure.
Exactly. Understanding it was a Mario project, indicating that the project was being financed. The very President Joe Baka said the Mario Union will fund the project on ERBC when he went there. He said the Mario Union will fund the project. They will pay for it. So a project that Mario Union will be paying for. But the argument of Pucci is that Liberia decided to do pre-financing.
Yeah. But
you did pre-financing of a project secretly. Still, enterprise morally will walk in and there and tell the water and sewer money and carry and pay and say, I'm on a contribution. And what will tell you the fuel and gasoline money in and there and put it in the bag. He said, I'm on a contribution. That is what Faber Brown is telling you and I in this country. That this $10 million project was being financed. And he said, through the diplomatic, how did he describe Sylvester Cresby? He said, acute diplomat. What is diplomatic in asking state-owned enterprises to secretly for a project that is a national one? Should national project be funded secretly in this country? You are not building NSA headquarters here. Even the NSA headquarters that Georgia administration built, we all knew that the money came from the American government and other partners. We knew the source. As the building was under construction, imagine the NSA building was under construction. We knew where they were building the in-wide planes. People used to go there and say that NSA building here. The number one corporate institution in this country is the NSA. When the building was being constructed, we knew. And you want me to bust your bubbles? As serious as the NSA building is, when they're building, no armed policemen who used to see protecting it. When you say gun man, here are you people, girl, here are you boot protecting it. Faber Brown should go and try harder You know, these are our media veterans. And let's how we continue with the
Because
reading.
he have more to say.
You know, so continue with the reading. But I mean, in the middle of what we are just reading, Favor Brown will start our 2026 bad. You know, I mean, let's how we came purposely to start the show smaller.
But on the
I'm not supposed to start getting vexed on the first day of work. This is like looking at the whole country and thinking that we are foolish. That's how Favor Brown is trying to present the case, making it appear that we are foolish in this country. No, certain things are difficult to defend. You are building a national project secretly. Even the NSA, what Favor Brown was working with, he declassified the information that you were working with NSA. When they were obeying the NSA headquarters, the whole country knew they were obeying the NSA headquarters. Under the administration, the whole country knew. Then I play where the president was yaking and sleep. President can spend 3 days here, another president country in Africa here easily. And man, you what they make a move of free time and come over the same day. You know the president when the 4 presidents spending 4 days, you got Arago as added to the MRU. When the 4 presidents spending even 1 week in Foya, they will go back. If you not careful, they may not come back to Foya until after 10 years. So what is security about that building? What's security about it to the point that it was built in secret? No, it doesn't make sense. He should go back, especially using the dead man. Go ahead, let hear some more of the things he said the dead man did.
So I'm not going to read this one because he was just giving us.
Yeah, you already know what to do now.
After the death of Minister Grigsby,
Okay.
the support to the FOIA project began to stall, with SOEs now remitting their respective contributions
Okay.
as planned.
Okay. You know why? look. This is the most corny part of the write-up.
Can I read the supporting?
No, I come in. He said after Minister Grigsby died, the SOEs stopped making contribution. Who would have validated how much SOEs contributed from the first place?
That's a big question.
That's
a big question. As of course,
the Grigsby man who started
he's now a dead
so
man.
since he died, I mean the guys are smart. The guys didn't want any record to reflect these SOEs making additional contribution after his death.
So they stopped.
Because to be making additional contribution after the death of Grigsby will mean somebody was acting in place of Grigsby. When Grigsby died, who was acting? And Steve Stikwa? When he went to the Senate and the Senate asked him about the FOIA project, what did he say? He said, I don't know anything about it.
He said he didn't know anything
So
about it.
the guys cleverly told Favor Brown to write that thing in a way that, my man must say, after Grigsby died, the SOE stopped paying money. Because an attempt to have said, after Grigsby died,
the project continued.
It means who was receiving the money from the SOEs? Grigsby principal deputy, who stepped in his shoes after he died, is Steve Stikwa. Steve Stikwa went to the Senate and told the Senate, I do not have information on this building. So they cleverly told the 16 billion writer that, hey, my man, tell us it, by the time Grigsby died, how you call it? SOE didn't stop. Unless I read.
See, Finning give
Yeah, see, Finning give. Read. Go ahead. Go continue.
A little over 60 containers were stalled in the Turkish port due to lack of funds.
Okay, a little over 60 containers stalled in the Turkish port due to lack of funds.
Fortunately, there are mistake, but I'm going to manage it. SOEs have lived up to their responsibilities and the project is nearing completion.
Okay.
So fortunately, there are SOEs who have lived up. Yeah.
Who are the SOEs? I mean, what are they?
Who have lived up to their responsibilities.
Who did they pay the money to? Because that's the first question I was trying to raise. So after the death, they paused. Then later on, they went back to live up to their initial. So how much did they pay?
At what point?
Thank you.
You know, did they actually restart their contribution
to make the additional contribution? Who received those additional contribution to the point where the project is now nearing completion? Because the last time I checked, Steve Stikwa went to the Senate and told the senators that he knew nothing about it. So no SOEs will have to show us paper trail of the finances they've been given. Or that money laundering they were into. No, let's be serious. How are they making the contribution? Were they writing check in the name of the project? What was the name of the project? Malawi Union Project? Were they paying physical cash? Is it applicable on our laws that you take 500,000 in cash and go give it the project? How are they channeling these contributions? Favor Brown should tell us. He should tell us more. It is one thing to think that the whole country and all of the citizens are foolish people. It's another thing to stand firm in defending your attempt to want to make the country feel funny.
So he has takeaways, by the way. And the first one he has here is the FOIA project is US 5.5 million.
No, the Torino right there.
No, I'm just going to read what he wrote and not 10 million United States dollars as being speculated.
So Favor Brown, did you go there to do your construction assessment?
Have you been there?
Have you been there? Did you take independent engineers to do the assessment? How did you manage to know the total cost?
Number 2, he said the president of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Yuma Boakai, knew absolutely nothing about the project.
He knew nothing about the project
behind his back to surprise him. How do you surprise this person with a project that is not his personal project?
So listen, he knew nothing about the project, but he is on record of visiting the project. From the beginning of the project, he's on record of visiting it. I got a video, and let's say we play the video.
The FOIA project.
JMB's son was in that video when the president went to visit that video. The people in the president's office who can be causing people on Facebook.
Anthony, right?
Anthony Cassidy.
Cassidy, yeah.
Cassidy was in that video. JMB's son was in that video. That boy who got a chin on his face was in that video. When President Barrow went to visit, at the time the project was around 12 to 13%. So he didn't know about it, but around 10 to 13%, he went to do what you call assessment of the project. Recently, when he went to FOIA, he had gathered to a mission on it. Look, let's say this to our people and let it be very clear. You had the intention to build this project for the president, for his personal use, but because Liberians started to criticize. And let's say that would end this whole
No. I wouldn't say it started to criticize. Liberians started to ask questions
about the source, the source of the project and so forth. I mean, Liberians started to complain that, hey, Papi, you criticize your predecessor. You said Joey was building houses here for himself. How come you come back and you're going all the way to FOIA to build your own houses, your own big compound? The government fumble. The government struggle. The government found means to defend why the president was building the properties. They could not find any justifiable reason. At least they found a justifiable reason for the president flying private jet. What they don't say? They don't say they didn't know before that presidents would fly private jet. So they apologize to President Weah. They try finding another apology to render the President Weah for building the homes of the president, of President Baka. But because they could not find any justifiable reason, they said, look, you know why they won't choke us? When dog swallows something a bone is not able to digest, it can vomit it. The attempt by the government to want to vomit this bone and using people like Favor Brown to help them vomit it is disgusting. Because the whole game plan is not working out. We are not even getting anything sound. Let's go back to the nitty-gritty. Let's go back to the details. Let's go back to the whole conspiracy and the whole design to come and how you call this thing? Persuade us. To cajole us, rather. Let's go back to it. You said to build a project behind the president back.
Mm-hmm. He didn't know anything.
Is this president one side chick that people want to suppress? Is that responsible governance? That you are suppressing the president with a national project? Oh, your president said, I need to have a meeting with regional people. I don't want to go to San Quilly.
He was just thinking about that. Like you're just sitting, you're thinking about.
Let's assume that story.
No, this is big.
Nature of that story. But for the sake of the argument, let's assume that was the conversation that was held. In your own write-up, he did not mention that Joe Baka wanted a new structure built. Baka wouldn't have said, I don't want to go to San Quilly. The story not even adding up. I don't want to go to New San Quele. So Father Grace Bay is hearing the conversation, and boom, he jumped to building a new structure. If I don't want to go to San Quele, I could want to go to Happer. I don't want to go to San Quele, I could want to go to Vonjima. Now, let's look at the logic. The president didn't want to go to San Quele. I'm not in the mind of the president. Why didn't he want to go to San Quele?
And why did you just sit back and it was
And go to
like, I want to go to Foya.
Thank you.
Where the
Because
from?
let's analyze Foya and San Quele. San Quele has paved roads. The very Africa Unity AU and San Quele started from AU. Ahmed Segutu, William Via Tottenham, all the other men. They started the thing from San Quele. The AU monument stay in San Quele. Alexa? San Quele have paved roads. And I way back where from Ganta to San Quele, is a huge president. We are dead well. He built the road from Ganta to San Quele. San Quele is a look at your border. So even if the Ivorian president say he won't ride plane, he won't use car to come from Aracos to come to the meeting, he can drive from Danade, cross to the Butuo, look at your border, and enter, how you call the place? To San Quele on Kota Road. Why Foya? From here to Foya, no Kota. President, we have built a road from Banga, it stopped in the Salaye district area. It didn't even cross to go to Zonzo and other places. President, we have started the quota process for Lova County. It stopped to Banga. It stopped between Banga to Salaye. It didn't even reach Vonjo before I said reaching Foya. Foya got no good roads. So if this Sylvester Christmas Welfare Branson was the one who conspired with the idea. So if the president didn't want to go to San Quele like I pay road, that Foya the president wanted to go to. Well, the president may have a personal reason. Why would you think the president want to go to San Quele? Why? Apparently because he doesn't want to drive a long road. Okay, if he doesn't want to drive a long road, the road from Montreal to San Quele is paved, and the road from Montreal to Foya. But that's not even the conversation. The truth of the matter, and I'll say this in the lesson, I will come in quickly, then we'll go take calls, so that we'll talk other issues. The truth of the matter here is the government should be able to man up and be so responsible enough in admitting, look, what we are gathering from that project is very deep. Alexa, it's very deep. A group of people around the president, according to what we gather, went outside of the country and largely took money from a group of investors who are interested in taking Wologisi Mountain. And those people gave them money to purposely go and work around the governmental clocks. It's been alleged. This has some to the other pay, legislature, the other pay, the judiciary, and part of their game plan, their grand plan to operate was to have gone to Foya and build that structure for the president. Build the structure for the president. It's been alleged that they took money from those international firms that are interested in the Wologisi Mountain. So what we'll do, give us more money, go build one place there for him, we give it to him. When we build a place for him, give it to him, then when I come out, we to do, by the baby, a people to do for you, that a man, so you know what you do, right, Mm-hmm. Then the second phase to that is, when the Wologisi deal is given to that company, the guys who are coming to Wologisi to come and do contract, some of them will be based in Foya. The structure now that they were building for President Bouaka would then become the rental facility for that company. Imagine Aslam without renting for you, Alexa. Or imagine if one company that's going to be mining from the mountain renting from you in Foya. That was a side hustle for the president. When years, Favor Brown talking about surprising the president, they were not surprising him with Mario project. They were surprising him with a whole personal gigantic project that will in return give him profit in the future, even when he is not president. But because we question the fairness in the president's vision, It got exposed. And that's how, out of shame, the guy decided to say, okay, you know what, the way you're looking at it, let's chunk your Mana Royal Union. You are building a project for the Mana Royal Union, and the Mana Royal Union ain't got that project on their website. You are building a project for the Mana Royal Union, and there has never been a delegation from Mana Royal Union to go to the project site to do assessment. And that's how, even when you are building homes for me with your own money, I should have a say in the design of that structure. Even when because Brother Baga said, we pay for the money, right? It is a structure that we built by the 4 countries. Can this government show us any record to show delegates from any of the 4 countries going? Okay, Liberia is not partner. For any of our 3 countries, our 3 neighboring countries, Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Ivory Coast, can the government show records of any delegate that came from their respective countries and came to do assessment of the project in FOIA, since it is a Mana Royal Union project, even when the government paying for it? These guys have the right. Conventionally, they have the right to go and assess the project to know how the facility will be. The truth of the matter is, some big shock around the president went to cut a deal with some big mining company that are interested in Wolokisi Mountain. And as a way of shooting in the ground, they say, well, you know what? Like, y'all give us money, we'll go pay something for the baby. When you're ready to do, y'all start renting for the baby. Quietly. If baby ain't gotta be the landlord, you put it in Tandani, or put it in, you know, that guy who get the shop, his daughter, you know, put it in somebody else's name. And we paying the man quietly to him. So Favor Brown should spare us. Liberians may have been so foolish to believe that $16 billion got missing. That $16 billion. So one person took it and stole it. But we are not that foolish to accept any other defense that you come up with in the name of trying to give the government a better face. This is not going to work with us. We are in 2026, Mr. Brown. We are in 2026. This is not 1980 Liberia. The war is digital. The war is modern. Access to information. The difficulties around access to information has reduced. We ain't got it anymore. That you jump and come in an attempt to want to make the whole country think that we're foolish. We are not foolish people. We know what we are doing. The government should apologize to the people. You cannot use lie to cover all lies. You can't. You can't use a particular lie to cover another lie. You know how the project been talking the government from start to end? Could have been talking the one, Roland Giri talking the other one, Daniel Sanders talking this one, President Baga instead talking different thing, everybody just talking different thing, Steve Stikwa talking different thing. And all of a sudden you're a journalist, you're a retired NSA man, you retired police man, you retired chartered defense minister man, you came out and said, well, you want to end this. That's not how you end our discussion, Mr. Brown. No, that's not how you end our discussion. The government will have to prove beyond all reasonable doubt that this is a FOIA, that this is a Mana Royal Union project. Who approved the design? A project intended for Mana Royal Union will not be a single government approving it.
Grace P did.
Yeah, so let's go with that.
Yeah. He did everything about the
yeah, so let's go with that. So how would the baby even say, maybe you check it, maybe you agree, maybe say, go.
Please, please.
God, can I go back for 10 minutes? Like so Grace P say, actually, like you say, God, can I go back? It reminds me of a story where, the guys went to rob a bank in South Africa. And when they robbed the bank, I'm not going to be exact about the figures, but they talk about $3 million for the bank. They took money from the bank. When they went to the house and they checked the money that they took from the bank, it was $3 million, Alexa. Then the other guy went and put the television on. When he put the television on, the news came up and they said, oh, the robberies of Bengal. They made Manager King and say, we're very sorry that our Bengal robbed this money and the thief took away with them $25 billion.
How do we have just $3
million? The criminal said, how we get only $3 million? How we get $3 million in our house yet?
Sorry, guys. Just
Okay, let's just hold on.
Okay. Just a few minutes, guys. Oh, oh my God, Jonathan.
Okay. All right. I mean, so sorry about this. I mean, this is
You
very.
have just texted.
Yeah. So hold on. And the story is told that, hey, the guy was excuse me, sir.
So just 3 million.
We still get 3 million. How come the bank manager is reporting
25
that
billion.
we stole 25 billion?
Carry that.
This is, and I'm saying, you get almost a lesser Christmas chance to just come out for 10 minutes. The people will talk plenty things. Oh, you waited for him to die before you come out with one flimsy excuse that it was this. Sylvester Grizzle was living when we started running around with a whole building project something. Why didn't the president see a nice area and say, look, but in fact now, okay, Alexa, here is the whole conversation. These guys should not think that we are foolish in this country. They should not. Let's assume Joe Biden knew nothing about the project. You understand me? For the sake of the argument, let's assume that he knew nothing about the project. The project was somewhere around 50% when the noise started. So even if they were doing secret part with the project to President Bouaka to build it behind him, as a leader who is heralded for having wisdom, the Papa get wisdom. Papa's son, Papa is responsible. What will you do? My people, what is going on? Who's building what? Who's putting project in my home? No, we didn't hear all of that. Graceville was alive. We didn't hear all of that. Not a single day that the president, convene any meeting and say, oh, even if it was a secret part, and that secret part started to have public, outcry, there are public conversations going on, a responsible government will intervene and say, hey, this thing was something that was done by Minister Graceville, but we have said, but the procedure was wrong. Government facilities are not built like that. Even if it is going to be owned by Manuel, people are unable to bring us, or they are yet to bring us any information that will prove that the MRU people came here and saw the project. But for the sake of whatever, man, or a proposed MRU village or presidential hub will be built in a member country. Alexa, not in the capital city of that member country. Okay, they try to decentralize it. Not in the capital city of that particular political subdivision, but in another city belonging to the president, the sitting president of that country. MRU ain't got no picture of that project on their website. MRU ain't got no statement acknowledging any project being built by the Liberian government for them, even when they're pre-financing. Now, President Brown said MRU will be paying for the project. So meaning our government is pre-financing the project. Who are the project sponsors? Should we be secretly financing? Mr. Brown, I do not want to think that you got money to post or publish what you published. I do not want to think that way. But if you end up appearing like you took money, you did a very bad job for the people. You know why? Because to lie is difficult. To defend the wrong thing is difficult. Very difficult. You are a veteran, you're knowledgeable in what you do. But this is unfair to the conscience of the Liberian people. It is unfair. The government screwed up. A few group of hungry people, like the guys who wanted to milk the country off millions of dollars from the yellow machine deal. Can't you see that the government is involved with 2 minute scandals? Mamaka Benedict or other people that wanted to dupe the government over $27 million on that whole yellow machine deal. We had to bust on it. Day in, day out, we had to cause noise around the whole yellow machine. We cannot pay the money for it. We cannot pay the money. At the end of the day, they sent Jeremiah Cohen to China, and the price of the yellow machine came down. You got a lot of people around the president who trying to make a lot of money, who trying to impress, do all kinds of things. Just for the benefit. And like we gathered, it's unconfirmed. Like we gathered, even though it's unconfirmed, that a few of them went to China and other places and got people who have interest in mining the diamond, gold, bauxite, and other minerals from the Logisi Mountain, and they were the ones who provided the initial resources. Y'all get the one to the legislature, y'all get the one to the speaker, y'all get the one to the other lawmaker, y'all get the one to the other Sharma lawmaker, y'all pass the other way around, then the other one, let go, who pay the bill for the president. Tell you, baby, by the time you pass the concession, they may will sign 20-year renting agreement with you. Or they will sign 30-year renting agreement with you. And that's money come and sign 30-year lease agreement with a property. Even the men giving $100,000 a year for that project. Yeah? Times 20. Brother, you get $1 million. Out of the president say you good, you cook, you okay. That money can change all the things on you and you're changing. So they should stop. You stop lying. You stop thinking that we are foolish. The Liberian people can be hungry, yes. The children can be in school, yes. They will accept it. Most of them, their rent expired, they want to pay it, they will accept it. But they will not accept you using their money, stealing their money, misapplying their money. And at the end of the day, you won't make them to think that they are foolish. We'll hear you, Alexa, quickly. Then we'll go and take calls on the matter before we jump to the Rachel Coon issue.
Wow. So initially, with a different conversation, and I'm saying a different conversation. Probably we have been talking about maybe the government of Liberia has done this, or the government of Liberia is doing this. I didn't think we're going to be here discussing this project, but I would like to take us back a little bit. First, I would like to say Philip Brown is someone I respect 100%, and he is a good storyteller. He is. I don't mean that in a very comical way, but he is a good storyteller. And when a person is a very good storyteller, it gets to a point where the person wants to use their skills as a storyteller to cover up or to, just sway the minds of people based on how you're going to tell your story and just the different ways you're going to position your words and the phrases. So I would like to say Liberians have asked a lot of questions about this project. And it didn't start today. It didn't start yesterday. It started a couple of weeks back. Liberians asked questions. And one of the major questions asked by Liberians was, who owns this project? That was a question. And today people are still asking, in as much as Mr. Brown has written this story trying to end, according to him, whatever it is that it is termed as speculation. I remember the story about the yellow machines, the 285 Earth movie equipment. When the story was reported about that, people asked questions again. When it just started, people did not ask, and they thought, the rescue missionaries or the government of Liberia or the people who were basically planning to have those Earth movie equipment to this country, they actually thought people were not going to ask questions. But people started asking. And when people started asking, different stories, were told, from the president of the Republic of Liberia to the minister. Again, Grisby was also part of that. Mama Kability, and a lot of them. There were different stories from different, angles and just different encounters of how the stories were told. When that happened, the president had his own version of the story, that it was a gentleman's agreement, his good friend, his old friend. And another person talked about, we're trying to get this and to try these machines in Liberia. And when we like these machines, we're going to go back and discuss business and pay. That was the story of the yellow machines. Later on, the vice president was sent out of this country, to do another, window shopping, as we usually say it. He was sent out of this country to do another window shopping where he negotiated based on the report we got that from, the initial price, it was dropped to 22 million, I think. Mm-hmm. That's on the yellow machine story. So I think this government has given us stories that are controversial, stories that are inconsistent. Just given the fact that we had a whole different topic on the yellow machines, and up to today, we don't know exactly where we are. Like the story of the 285 Earth movie equipment. Now we're at this 10 million. According to Philibert, it is 5.5 million United States dollars and not 10 million as told in his story narrated a day ago. But I would just like to ask questions. And before asking the questions I would like to ask, I would also like to go back to the beginning of this controversy when it all started. People were asking questions behind the scenes. Let's agree, or let's assume, as Oliver said earlier on, that the president was not in the know of that project. When you're surprising someone and you're using your own money, obviously that person doesn't need to know about it. So yeah, it goes, and that is for personal reason. Maybe you're building a house for the president and you want to surprise the president because he is your friend or he is whoever to you. So you don't need to tell that person about it. So obviously you do what you need to do, and it is presented to that person as a gift or as a surprise. But we're talking about a project that is now termed as a national project owned by Liberians. And there's a part in this story, Oliver, that Mr. Brown said, in fact, the original owners of this project are the SOEs.
Mm-hmm.
He said the original owners of this project are the SOEs who contributed. That's what he said. That's a line when he was talking about, takeaways. But this Minor River Union thing has different stories, and it seems to be a rabbit hole that we're going deep down in it. When you're trying to uncover this, when you're trying to discover this, you have something else that's very confusing, and you don't know how to go about it. You have something else that seems not to be adding up. And it goes back to Liberians who are gullible, because there's exactly a portion of our country that is gullible. And I feel so sorry for those people. I feel so sorry for that group that's gullible, because they wouldn't understand exactly how this is working. The president did not know about it. Gillespie started this because the president had a conversation, or he was just talking about it, or he wished he would have had, a moment where, the different heads of states from our different countries, the Minor River, countries, Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, Guinea, that they will have a place to convene and have a conversation, because the Minor River Basin is in chaos, as narrated by Philibert. That's what the president said. And Gillespie, being his, whoever, his assistant, administrative assistant, as would we say, he thought, oh, the president is thinking on something that's really good, and I think I should work on this. Gillespie didn't think about hiring, any firm to do the work, but he went strictly to the nephew of the president. How unique, how convenient. Isn't that really convenient? It is. He went to the president's nephew. According to you, they have had a lot of different projects. In fact, you termed John Moba as Gillespie's co-conspirator. And they thought about what they wanted to do. And he did not say anything to President Boakai. He went straight ahead and started to do the work, the plans, the architectural, buildings and whatever they're supposed to do. He did those things without the president's knowledge. Let's assume that that's exactly what happened. But why now do we have different stories from the president, from the person who took over after Gillespie's, death, Steve, the new, Minister for Presidential Affairs, Ministry of State? He took over. He was asked again when he went for his confirmation. He was asked, and he said he didn't know anything about it. Why is it that, the Minister of Public Works also said this project has security implications, and he cannot say a lot about it because he didn't know anything about it. And then we get back to one of the ministers at the Ministry of Information. In fact, that ministry is to inform the public, the Liberian people, what's happening in this country with regards to maybe a project initiated by this government or project being done by this government. Daniel Sanders said he was not even speaking as confidently as he does when he's trying to say that the harsh things he says on a daily basis. To my knowledge, this, and that. All those things were said, different stories. And now we have Philibert in 2026 saying to us, let me end the speculation that, is being this project is not owned by the president. It is. So why is it that from the beginning you guys said it's a Minor River Union project? In fact, it's a Minor River project. So obviously this is not owned by, this is not being sponsored financially solely by the government of Liberia, because you have these different countries contributing to this project because they are going to use that space to have different meetings, especially when it comes to issues regarding the Minor River countries. Why was that one of the narratives? Why did you guys wait for Stanton to actually talk about it? And he even showed some of the videos. He couldn't get all the videos, but he showed it was not from us here at Freedom. No, it was not from us. It was shared by one of your very propagandists before, Stanton. He shared that video and they talked about that. And from that moment, people started to ask different questions. So the president, I know the president, even though there were moments where they say president getting ready to listen to radio and internet, the fact that became public, people talked about it. It means the president probably got a scoop on it.
They intend to have the president.
So the president asked at a point in time, like, what kind of president are people talking about? I don't know what's happening when that was leaked. The president actually asked.
Over 5 months ago, that project was leaked.
The president asked, like, what's happening?
Why didn't the president step in?
I don't know about it.
I mean,
he actually asked a question.
You can't use lie to cover up lies. I mean, it's not possible. Stop.
The president is in this country as much as if he travels every now and then. That was made public. So obviously, the president would have asked, like, what's happening? What am I hearing? His nephew is the chief architect. So obviously he would say, Joe Moba, what's happening? What thing you're doing? And stuff like that, because that was all made public at Spawn. So why wasn't that ask? If you wanna narrate a story as a good storyteller you are, and you want to sway the public's opinion or basically the views they have regarding this project, Mr. Brown, that was not a good job, by the way, and that shouldn't have happened. So at the end of the day, since this project was not talked, was not shared, if we say that, shared with the president, how then that the president feel comfortable with his recent trip to Lofa County? Who told the president later after, in simple like English, after Sylvester Finney dying, who not tell the president, say, oh, Pape, that thing we're working on for you? Who actually? Did any of the heads of the SOEs tell him that? Who told the president that this is a project that was being worked on, initiated by Sylvester Grisby, based on the thought you had, and now since he is dead, here we are, Mr. President, we are presenting this to you. Where did that happen? Because Philip just wrote all the things. I didn't even see the list of the SOEs he talked about, even though we know the SOEs in the country. I didn't see the name. And you said they stopped contributing after the death of Sylvester Grisby. They stopped. So when they started, who was receiving the funds? Who exactly was receiving the funds? So who was supervising across the board to have this project at about this point? You had Anthony Kessley saying something like he was repeating what the president said when he appeared at ELBC. Had just different stories and how they're told from different people in this government, responsible people, in fact, people who should be responsible, by the way, to run this country and this government. Different stories. So how then do we say, oh yeah, La Federal get a real story? Real story. How then do we actually discuss that? How do we reconcile the fact that government officials have said before, we don't know about this project because it has security implications, and now we're at this point where that was a surprise. And then you want to also guilt trip Liberians, that the fact that they project for the president for Liberians, so we have to be happy about it. People can have good intentions, but the way you're going to do it, it means that's not any good intention. That's not any good intention. So Liberians are still asking. And this is a rabbit hole that Philip has opened. So I hope he is ready to, narrate every day, just different stage of this project. When people are asking again, I hope we'll also be able to connect the point where the president talked about this project being a minor river, stuff, and going back to some of the ministers saying they didn't know about it, especially Steve, who took over from Sylvester. He doesn't know anything, or he didn't know anything, and now it is made public, and everybody has this defense to present to the public. It is not making sense to me. Everyone wants this country to move forward. I love Liberia beyond everything else, and I want this country to move forward beyond political party lines or whatever it is. But when it comes to a point where you continue to think that Liberians are not people who are okay, so you use different people who you think have influence to influence the public's opinion and how the public is going to see the government based on what the government is doing wrongly. If you think you're going to use that, it means you're not really moving this country forward. If this project from the onset was not funded by these countries, we have the Guinea, Sierra Leone, Africa Coast, you should have said that nobody will be you. Like project say, oh, the government project. Everybody will say, oh, this is a good thing. But to have different stories told, lies told. I don't want to say lies, but lies told.
Yeah, MRU funding it.
Lies told.
No, that the government of Liberia funding it.
So who is really funding this project?
No, I can't speak to it. That security matter.
Like, what is that?
No, I don't have information on it. Let me go back and I will come back.
You say we're talking Richard Kunster later on, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're out of time. Yeah, but listen.
This should not be happening because Liberia is not against the paradise. This is a country. This is not a personal organization where you will have some of the people in the organization saying we're working for the CEO. Nah,
if
you're working for Liberia.
If it already backfire, it backfire.
So change this.
All we can say here is very simple. It is our understanding that every mining company got directors, they got managers, manager for this, manager for that, manager for this, and the general manager. For the mining company that's going to take over Wologisi, they were the ones who were to go in that place. It's been alleged that they were going to be the legal tenants to that property. They're not going to get it free. They're going to be paying rent to somebody who would have been designated by the president. That's what it's been alleged. So if the Larimpo cause noise, like Alessa and I have said repeatedly, if they cause noise for which you get shame, you come and go to the lines. That's why I'm saying one. For which you got shame and you want to switch it back to the government now. Because
it seems like because people started to that's why and everyone is now talking about it.
And the president want to go down as a man who he said he left people to like here being everybody and say, you know what?
About transparency, accountability.
Thank you. So apparently you look and say, you know what, seeing the thing already backfire, let wrap it and say for the comment. I'll still find somewhere else based on it.
So how you would take by the thing you tell us say
so guess what now? That's why it is difficult to you lie to cover lies. Because after saying Emmanuel Young, assuming we accept, we say, okay, the Emmanuel Young project, the government will now take a brand new time, a whole brand new negotiation to start convincing Emmanuel Young to pay for the project.
That's it.
Because Guinea could look at it and said, no, we don't want to pay for a project in FOIA.
Yeah.
Guinea could say we were not consulted.
Because
initially it was not for them.
You have a conversation and each head of state will say, we think this collectively will do upon the location.
We think the design will suit us. We think this. It has to be agreed upon. Now, who said Liberia should be a host for Emmanuel Young structures?
Was there any discussion?
So why Liberia is the country in crisis? Why Liberia the country in crisis?
So what happens? Where do you guys go?
Where do you guys go then? Look, you guys have been stupid, right? I mean, that's how you appear.
Stupid, yeah.
I mean, you think we're foolish people. So why if Liberia is a warning crisis? What the situation is? Where then do we go to? With Manuel Young also be another structure in that country? What we go to? No, don't use lie to cover lie. It doesn't work. It will bust. It will backfire. So we're not going to stay more time on it. We're closer to the next draw. Star 255 star 1 hash. Quickly, we'll come and go to the lines and take calls. But I say this star 255 star 1 hash. Let's see. Hopefully, after taking some of the calls, let's see if we reach to somebody who can win some money on the platform. I repeat, star 255 star 1 hash. But Alexa, like you said, like we've been saying, this is about time the government start to own up. You saw the president.
The real story should be told.
You saw the president. What the private jet. First, they used to be acting fake. They will put the baby on Oscar Airline, and they will bring the private jet. They will bring the private jet and keep the private jet to Accra, in Ghana. Alexa, they will bring the private jet and keep the private jet to the airport in Accra. As soon as Oscar Airline carrying and putting on to the airport in Accra, then they put in the private jet fly and go Euro, wherever the place they go. When they come back, they put in Accra, then you get on the Oscar Airline and come up. But all I wanted is start giving the hand and say, you know what, they you stop it. I tired. Let the private jet become more real. It was done with.
Your fans only to say.
It was done with. Man, equal the record of president. We are. It's a lot. The private jet when they so want to when one came in for it. But I tired now. Put me in plane in Oscar Airline.
If I perish, let me perish.
If I perish, let me perish. You know, but I say if I perish, let me perish. But they think you put me in Oscar Airline in Monrovia. Then you drop me in Accra. Then the private jet can pick up me and carry me Europe. No, I offer that thing. Yeah, the private jet becoming Monrovia. And today, the probably already normalized flying private jet.
You want to wait one time.
And they already normalized flying private jet. All you guys need to have done, you know what? The probably pay one. But we are talk about my own. So I own. So what thing? We get done with it. Like bro, they couldn't forget that thing and finish with it. But I think about lying. By the time you start lying now, then you make it hard because it will be lie to lie until the trouble will come.
You know the way the whole thing started, eh? You're not supposed to say nothing, because it started like that. You know?
You can't leave the
yeah. It actually started like that. People were not saying anything.
At this level now,
just continue.
Yeah, at this level now, it's going to be a difficult thing for the government because they come and start a whole brand new negotiation with Manuel Young. A whole brand new negotiation with Manuel Young for Manuel Young to accept the project.
No, Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown is saying this is not a Mono River project. This project was done to surprise the president.
Mr. Brown is not our government.
No.
His opinion is
it was done to surprise the president of Liberia based on a conversation or a thought.
And a Brown, you quoting?
This president has.
And a Brown, you quoting?
And according to him, the original owners of this project are the SOEs.
Okay.
They contributed.
And a Brown,
100%.
And a Brown, you quoting?
They do it so they put small thing together and they build a project.
And a Brown, you quoting?
Yeah.
Let's hear from Joe Baga himself what he said with the project.
So
that's the project there. You go there, there's nothing there in my name. So who's building it? So who's building that project? Is it funded by Liberia exclusively? It's going to be funded under the Mano River. That means Guinea, Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire contributory.
Okay.
So wait.
You are defending.
I'm not defending. I'm just quoting exactly what Philip said.
That's why I told you. It's not our government.
Now my question is:
the president told us that it will be funded by Guinea, Sierra Leone, by the Mano River Young.
You see the whole thing.
So you see
right now.
So Philip Brown came out and said the project is for Liberia. You know, it was a surprise to the president.
Who gave the president all the information? They think yeah, Mano River thing. Everybody.
So Philip Brown came out and said it was a surprise to the president, and the project is owned by SOEs.
So Philip Brown
is owned by the Liberian government. Joe Baga himself, the president himself, said the project is owned by. It's going to be funded
under the Mano
River Young. Look at it.
Exclusively, it's going to be funded under the Mano River. That means Guinea, Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire contributory.
Okay. Guinea Cote d'Ivoire will contribute to it.
It's on. They've been funded.
It is being
It's on.
funded.
It is being funded.
So
President Baga said it is being funded.
I need that. I think I need to comment on
It is being-
on my paper
It is being funded. So
Yeah.
where Philip Brown got it from?
The people are getting that story. They need to go to him.
That's what we said.
You
To
know-
lie is difficult. You know that why people hate Freedom FM, right? Because we say it and we provide the evidence. They didn't choke the government. All you needed to do, treat it the way you treated the flight, the private jet.
Oh, period.
President Baga look at the private jet and he said, "Mama, what is happening? It risky for me.
Where's my time?
You can't put me in small airplane in Monrovia, then you carry me Accra, then the big airplane come for me and pick up me from Accra. Let the big airplane be coming straight Monrovia.
And it started bit by bit with Dillon being hypocritical about.
And that was the key one. He said, "Oh, we want to apologize to the president. We are and we're doing it. The whole country already accepted Joe Biden and rap private jet now. 2009, you know, people will not talk campaign about private jet.
Bringing out a discussion here.
President, we have been playing the horses. Is that your president? Okay, you started playing your own president, playing the horses. You were privately. Who told you say people not to go surprise president? We have to. If all surprise president, we have with this money. What's it do? Where he get today? So you want to surprise when they go surprise you? It backfire. You won't get it back to the country. Look. I mean, they favor man come out to want to defend.
So we're experiencing a triangle right here.
Not triangle.
The president know that
that rectangle.
the president gets the bread is there.
Yeah.
And then you also have the ministers. They're in
Yeah,
one stuff that it has security implications, so they cannot say anything about it.
So this is
Then Mr.
this-
Brown.
Yeah.
No, Sonny Brown somewhere.
No, not when it's on the road somewhere. The thing is messy. Philip Brown should go back in the room and go check again.
It's obviously wrong somewhere.
Look. I mean, the thing is, it is so. President said it is being funded. How much are we going to pay, President?
We need to know.
No. He said it is being funded.
So it is.
Philip Brown said SOE is funding it. The president is saying it is being funded.
He didn't want to say.
And he mentioned the country. He mentioned the countries that funding it. The president mentioned the country.
Any
Your own ERBC saying it.
Africans.
Look,
This is not a doctor.
it's Chogio.
A doctored,
We are told, but ERBC got a clip. ERBC, the president on ERBC recently, ERBC got a clip. I had a Kwatima Jade from Sky FM was asking President Baga the question. They think Chogio is Chogio.
So how you explain another thing?
It's Chogio. We not got to worry. We ain't got to cry on the
we're
thing.
not.
It's Chogio.
We're not.
We beg you, please. At the Pape Project, you want to turn it back to the country,
Go ahead.
you'll find perfect way. The first thing you want to apologize. We
So
want to
we're so
apologize. We're so
sorry.
sorry.
The way we intended
Yeah.
to have started this project.
We are so sorry.
Yeah.
But President Baga, you told us you're not going to fly private jet. You flying it.
We still managing.
You told us you can even be president and ride wheelbarrow.
Barrow.
It will not take any from you. You went and bought 2 bulletproof Lexus vehicle for almost 1.3
And we're okay with
$2 million.
that.
Nobody how much can you for it?
We just reminded.
We're not reminding you that
That's all,
you
but
say you're not going to
grab
do it, but we fighting you for it.
Nah.
So if you criticize horses being built by President Weah before, and you come by your minister surprising you with another BB horses, no big thing in you say you won't try to clean the horses. No, don't even try to say you're washing it with soap and you won't clean it.
My dear.
The deal has been done. The damage is done already. The international partners are aware. Everybody know. The people got intel. They know how the project started.
Don't be surprised.
Now you want to
Don't be
ERBC. You want to
surprised.
ERBC. You say ECOWA the man funding the project. Let ECOWA. Not ECOWA, but Monterey funding project. They're not post about it on their website. Go check Monterey your website.
Don't be surprised if you're going to see new updates.
The bridge between
from Mano River in the coming days.
The bridge between Sierra Leone and Liberia. It's a Monterey project, right?
Right on it, yeah.
Go check the Monterey website. The bridge is there. The bridge on the website. Even before the project will start, they've been posting about it. How come Monterey funding? I'm saying funding because President Baga said it is being funded.
I tell you about the project. What about the niggas? Australian, Cote d'Ivoire, contributory. But it's
Contribution.
on already. It's on. They've been funded. Why didn't they tell you about the project? What about the niggas? Well, you know me, they know very well I would have resented.
So no.
Okay, so Kaka, listen. So President Baga, you see, that's why I said, if people won't lie, they won't lie to cover lie, it can be a problem. So the president just told you and I in the whole country through the clip that the project is being funded by the countries he mentioned.
What did he
Mana
tell
River
you?
Union. What did he tell you? He said he would have resented. Oh, you would have resented. You would have resented something that is being funded by.
Contradiction.
No, so I come here. You would have resented something that is being funded by the Mana River Union.
It means he did not attend any meeting regarding the Mana River.
Committing their money
Without the president
of a member country, not even a member country, a host country of the project, not being in the know. And yes, what? That broke, but we're not foolish. No, that we broke in the country, but we are not foolish people.
I don't even know what to say because you see the whole story. Remember, and
let's go take calls.
The capital bidding started to confuse all in the country.
Let's go take calls.
The capital bidding thing counted mid.
That $10 million project team. That $10 million project team will bring plenty problems to the government.
And they can say you whole rope do what.
Yeah, let's take a break to be right back.
From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Okay, call us on 086 500 104 0776 104 104. The numbers to join the conversation. Plus 231 86 500 104 is the WhatsApp number. Let's go and talk to the first caller. Happy New Year. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Alama, welcome. Let's say I doing Happy New Year.
We're great. Quickly, let's hear you.
Yeah, and congratulations, man. This is Edmond Carr.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a complete PR for the government, and PR is very much negative. It didn't do anything well for them, and they just dropped the ball. It will not help them. So, for argument's sake, can we say the president was not in the know, okay? But when the president got to know, what did they do about it? Because the president got to know, Griffin was still living. What he was to do to make the public to agree with him to suspend Griffin, and also go for those state enterprises that started funding the Plaka project. We're all going through the PPCC, with all the legislation knowing about it, with all the president, they were also supposed to be suspended. They were going to agree with the president. When I go, but the state to come and tell her that the president is not in the know about that project, that's not true. The president is in the know. This is why the guy was brave to spend the money. And the only aspect that I will go on to not agree to him is about the state-owned enterprise. You remember 2025, LRA took the state enterprises to court only because they were funding the budget. They were not making their own contribution to the budget.
Yeah.
Looking at information one of them want to believe the reason why the guy was not making contribution to the budget is because they was sponsoring Plaka project in Lofa County. So for that, we want for that for now. We do more investigation.
Thank you.
The president has dropped the ball. Will bring more information to running the wonderful project. Thank you, brother. Welcome.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you. We'll talk to the other person. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Oh no, let's leave you and talk to the other person. Hello, sir. Go ahead. 1 minute.
Good evening, KOK. Good evening, Princess. And let me say good evening to all peaceful Liberians that are in tune this evening.
Go ahead.
Happy New Year to you all. You know, it is unfortunate that the president of the Republic of who came to power under the mantra of integrity, will go on public radio and lie to the Liberian people. You know, this is a shame for a president. If he can do this kind of thing, what will he expect?
So Federal Brown is attempt to exonerate the government said that's SOE paying for it. But it's being paid for.
Okay. Federal Brown has given his money, but his PRO is very poor. The president, there's a video when this project started, the president went to FOIA.
I got a video. I got a video.
I saw that video. He was on a very site some part of last year. So nobody should lie to us here. They're like, people, that's stupid. Yeah?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, God's help. We'll leave you right there. We'll talk to the other person. Hello, go ahead. Let's hear you. What's your name? Where do you join us from?
Thank you. Happy New Year, and we say thanks to you. And we say thanks to a letter that been sent by you, and you are Mr. Oliver Khan today.
Thank you.
Give the official spokesperson for the Liberian Civil Rights Movement, and I join from Upper Conway Peace Community.
Go ahead.
In our peacemaking, in our civil activists, this I got corruption, unfairness, and being justice to the people. I mean, you are taking the poor right. This is what President Bouaga is doing. It's unfair. It's not straight to the people. Why this project is passing all around, government. Why you can be fair to the people? There's a public service. The put here to be a president.
So initially the president said he didn't know about it. Then he come and he said, "Marawa, you people being so Marawa, you decide to do project in your country. You are the president, and you are not aware."
And why they ain't break ground? We don't go yet. I'm not running up break ground. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's continue to take more and more calls on the line. Okay, 806-500-1042, 806-500-1044 for WhatsApp. Star 25 star 1 hash for 7,500. Let's go. This person, hello, how are you?
Yeah,
let's hear you, ma'am. Go ahead, Patience.
Okay. The government taking that photo. Who is saying that buying this government? You are here with that platform. That is election. You will be war. Who will find that? Dedication keep in the home. But the election will be war. This is the man coming up with the same one thing. Who is saying that buying this government? Okay. I really want to know. I just go for the power in the country. But I think they're being lazy. We didn't eat it. So back and we'll see. It's a back. But I went like all one place. You are here. They ask for the women inside the India for him. Ask for fire. They ask for fire. They don't know what I do. Everything we all, the best of them is going down. So I put it up in the country of this. But I was talking about that is 3 years we have to. I was like, so just put your line on man around you. Then it's just what they say now, then it's coming over in the statement, but actually our money lying on you. You get nothing with that money, man. Most of that.
We leave you right there. We leave you patience, great. Let's go for the best of our country. This person, I would not join anything that would say like bro not move forward. The country will move forward, and that's why we are committed to ensuring that it is on the right trajectory. This person, go ahead. 1 minute. How are you? How you doing?
Good afternoon, Cap.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon to your co-host. My name is Gilbert, and I'm calling from Boston.
Go ahead, Gabriel. You heard the conversation?
Yeah, I listen to you. The issue is that, once I was brought up on the Green Revolution, you always, thinking that they are too intellectually, strong or potent, that they cannot reason. But if on the man of the union, or being impacting on a project in the bureau, there's no happening.
And the president, I know.
And no, I don't know anything.
Yeah, the president who country you doing the project, you not know anything about it.
Yeah, they don't know anything. Let me do to the textbook, let's do to the textbook. Then we got, you can, or the party say, all the kind of stuff, all that. But that is realistic now. Get a car. That is realistic car. None of the world is so now, I don't want to change the whole other life. Then you talk about, they're backing, they took it going out of they took it back on a project in La Bureau, and then La Bureau government is president, they didn't know anything. Then you bring to your equal level also move down. Not for La Bureau, man, sorry, man, God, let us see how we see how we can and allow it to go, God, and then we know how to think, man. See what's good.
Okay, thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's go and talk to the last two callers. Hopefully, quickly, let's talk to the last two callers. Then we call it a day on today's edition. Go ahead, this person. Let's say, how are you? How you doing? Good evening, my brother. Let's hear you, sir.
Well, Happy New Year.
Many happy return.
Happy New Year to my sister in studio too.
Happy
You
New
know,
Year.
Carly, this African line is not by surprise. Anything you look at the body and now the body. Even before lying on the body, they may look at good animal. When I get no feeling for the movie, I get no idea. This African line on the animal. See the animal was big. That means you just do not full pound of salt water in our animal there to go selling.
That one here just said it, so I can't believe. But he just said it.
He said it, but he was not the time like the white one. The time like two people saying he was not the time. You know, that most people put their attention to the left, and anyway, with as a Lucian, I speak for Lupa personally, we are so sorry to the Nigerian people who regret the meaning and the hour that people have put this human workers power. We're so sorry because Lupa as the one never ever produced a kind of human being like this. We're not just feeling for their citizens, and not just feeling for the country at large. Chicken to factory rule, I'm not yet in faith, this is about that lie to us. The project is 2 years, but we're almost close to the 2 years. We're still waiting for him to finish the Thank you.
All right, we'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the last caller, then we call it a day on today's edition. Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you. How you doing? What's your name?
How are you?
We are great, Chief.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Stephen. I am from Crystal Pulling. Thank you for the show.
Mm-hmm.
These people are lying. They are lying. Some people are lying, and they're not willing to acknowledge that they're wrong. They were only because the darkness, which one is that light? They always disgrace your mother. The mother always goes crazy. Mother, how many to come out and say, "Oh, I disgrace my mother is you." So I'm sorry to we are. But so you didn't see the apologize to Guam Musuka for arbitrarily arresting of Diego. Can you see them coming to apologize that they are now and a relevant guy for president of the people are interested. Do you think they will come and apologize? If you listen to President Biden when he came for out when they had demolition went on that day, he said it was not demolition, it was invasion. The removal of people from properties that are not there. And he arrested anybody or questioned anybody for when they demolish the place when they were asked to invade people.
Thank you.
So they are not going to apologize for what they did. We can't do any good thing for this country. They are so for now. Can you imagine? The first one very hard was not correct. But the same one that said the very was not correct, they want to take bullet of it.
Thank you. We'll leave you. Let's talk to the last person. Go ahead, Bobby. Let's hear you. You're the last caller.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Happy New Year.
Many happy return, Bobby.
To co-host.
Happy New Year.
But you don't call me. They went for my own birthday. I'll call you. You call.
Pa A, we are talking about. Sorry, Pa A, we are talking about.
Yeah. What do we say about that one? You know, Brand looking for a small packaging too. So we know about him. Everything he will get money out of it. So what do we say about that man? Somebody there?
Okay. Okay, we'll leave you right there, Pa A. We are talking about. You're the last caller on the first edition of Freedom Hub in 2026. Alexa, we gotta go home.
We'll be back here on tomorrow, and hopefully we're going to start with our speaker.
Oh yeah,
because he has a lot going on.
On tomorrow, we're gonna start with Speaker Richard.
I think we also need to talk about it since we've been away for a couple of days. But yeah, we'll be back here on tomorrow.
Okay, so enjoy this song. It's called "One Man, One Cup." No crowd for dog.
Country real, I really looking for ill. Yes.